The deeper you, I'm guessing they're saying that there's no point in making us choose to go left or right, considering anything is just the same for us. There's no difference to us. The deeper you go into the Temple of Thog, the less you like the mysterious elder god. You pass Macabre. I think there's a specific way you pronounce this, macabre or something like that. You pass macabre shrines of black candles and human skulls in alcoves along the wall. Why is the king not doing anything about this, or the duke or whatever? I'm guessing like he's in on it, or it's just like some religious thing that he does not wish to interfere with. Alcoves along the wall, blue flames dance and sputter above the dark pillar. First the goblin altar, then that bloody altar with that naked priest, and now this. You have seen more offerings to foul gods in the last day than your entire life. Might have to report this to the city watch. You think, why do you think that? Of course, then you'd have to explain why you were in here. The doors open into darkened rooms and twisted passage intersect your path. At times you think you hear strange whispers in the quiet stillness. You dodge behind door frames but never see anyone. If not for the flickering candles, the cloaked figures you saw earlier, you swear this place was deserted. It gives you creeps. It gives you the creeps. This looks like the place we went to. This also reminds me of the castle we went to, where we got ridded on by the vampire. I mean, not the vampire, the demon, or whatever. You dodge behind door frames but never see anyone. If not for the flickering candles and cloaked figures you saw earlier, you swear the place was deserted. Gives you the creeps. The small hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. You pass the side tunnel and hear the soft rattle of chains, the furtive shuffling of feet. Your heart tries to leap out through your throat and your legs go wobbly. Press up against the wall and wait, one hand on the hilt of your sword. It's impossible to see more than a dozen yards ahead in the cloying blackness of the temple. I'm guessing they have night vision, so they probably can see me, but something is moving. You're about to turn and go the other direction, but you hear muttered voices from behind. Several sets of feet shuffle along the stone floors, and it sounds like whoever owns these feet are chanting. Their voices have the disturbing quality of angry sexual energy mixed with hostile intelligence. Sounds retarded. Egra might know what those words are. She understood Goblin after all. Too bad the two of you aren't on a speaking basis at the moment. Ahead of you, there's a soft clinking of chains and furtive whispering. Behind you is what sounds like several people. They don't sound like the type of people you'd like to drink with. You're a pinch between the two. You will either have to investigate the chains and whisper and hope it's nothing malignant, or you'll have to face the group coming up behind and hope to catch them off guard. I'm going to investigate the chains and whispers. Go ahead. Let's see what that is. Chains might mean bondage, and that might mean Kriya, or at least something that is chained up and can't hurt you. You hurry to the door and push it open enough to slip through the gap. You're in a dark chamber with the musty smell, the soft clink of chains, but for the moment at least, you are safe from whoever that was making all those guttural vocalizations. You have the feeling you have just avoided a very unpleasant encounter. I'm guessing that other encounter would have cost me a lot of health and maybe not favor because she is not here, but whatever. 30 gold, holy shit. You press into the darkness ahead, eyes wide, trying to make out shapes in the black. With the sword in hand, you make your way slowly, expecting something to leap out of the dark at any moment. The door stretches out before you, a wide chamber that ends in another door, then another. The second opens onto a dining table laid with sterling silvers and silver spoons. Gold-worked candelabras in the corner cast the dining hall. In the corners, cast the dining hall in a ghastly blue glow. I'm guessing it's just the most complicated way of saying that they have candelabras, which are like the candle holders, and they're gold plated, and they're casting a blue glow over the dining hall. Why do you have to say it like this? Picking up one of the spoons, you flick it with a fingernail and listen to the ring. Real silver. The plates would be too cumbersome to carry, but you pocket all the silverware. They'll fetch a nice price. The sight of all the silver revives your spirit. The vampire was right. If there are any more rooms like this, you'll come out with pockets full of coins, or spoons rather, which can easily turn into coins. I feel like I'm gonna have to use those spoons for my defense at some point. Or not spoon, the forks at least, or knives, or whatever I have. Leaving the dining hall, you pass through a large archway into a low chamber. You realize where the rattle of chains and furtive whispers are coming from. In the middle of the room, there is a giant pit filled with an inky black ooze. Thick chains bottled to the stone wall trail down into the water. Something under the surface makes little waves and pulls at the chains, causing them to sway and clink. The stench coming off the sluggish pool is enough to make your eyes water. I'm guessing that's like something like captured in the middle of a pool or whatever this black ooze is, which is preventing them from doing anything. It might be a demon. I really don't want to deal with demons right now. I mean, I'm already dealing with a vampire, which means that she has a demon in her. But like, fucking hell, I really don't want to deal with a fucking demon. That would just be annoying. But whatever, there's nothing I can do in here. The only way out is through. You can't go back the other way you came, on the other side of the chamber past the massive pit. Why not? We would just go back and stand around until those guys pass, and then we can move along. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. You can't go back the way you came. On the other side of the chamber past the massive pit, there's another arc. I think people call this arch and arc. I'm not sure which pronunciation would be correct, but I'm gonna go with arc. And a passage that leads down into gloom. You skirt the edge of the pit slowly and trying not to make noise. You can't say why, only that you think it's best not to disturb whatever might be lurking beneath the dark water. One of the chain stretches across your path. The heavy chain is anchored to the wall at the shoulder height and trails down to the edge of the pit, swaying gently. You either could go over it or under it. Either way, your intuition tells you not to touch the metal. Okay, so it's at shoulder height, so even if he drops it, it should not hit my shoulder because I'm under it, and if he pulls on it, it would go over. So it's at shoulder height, I'm gonna go under. You duck down, slip under the swaying chain. Good thing you did. The moment you do, something in the water thrashes and chain gives a mighty leap. If you had been straddling it, you would have ended up in the water. You press against the wall and make your way towards the opposite arc. The slimy green tentacle creeps out of the sluggish ooze and feels its way across your path. It is between you and the exit. You would hack at it with your short sword and hope it drive it back into the water, or you could jump over it and run for the door. I don't think it's a good idea to cut it, because if it made sound, all those people are gonna come down here, so I'm gonna jump and run. There's nothing to be gained from finding the tentacle and everything to lose. One of the waving arms swing across the room. You have to duck to avoid being hit in the face. Another force you to jump, but you reach the door chambers and dive through into a dark hall lit by guttering candles. You turn and kick the door shut as the tentacle slams into the other side with a resounding boom. Fucking hell, they made sound anyway. At this point, the worshippers of Thog must know you're here. Fucking hell, yeah, see, this is the problem. It's a wonder the whole city haven't heard all the commotion. You so much for sneaking in and making a clean escape. You keep your sword out. You have a feeling you'll need it. This passage is hung with thick tapestries, and tapestries are like balconies, right? And a chill raises goose flesh on your arm. What the fuck, goose flesh? The floor slants down. You press deeper into the bowels of the temple, jumping at shadows and stopping dead. See, this is the thing. Why did we come in here? This is the same as like forcing us into a linear pathway. Like the first chapter of medieval fantasy, Rogue's Wizard's Choice was the thing where we ended up opening a fucking secret chamber, right, where the demon book was and the demon laid, and the game literally said, you found a secret chamber, who wouldn't go in, and just shoved ourselves inside, even though we were clearly feeling like there's something malevolent about the place. And considering we were not strong at all at the start, I think a reasonable man would know to back out, but the game forced us that way, so I'm guessing this is the same as that. But the last two chapters I think have been fantastic. The choices have been very much you can actually discern the choice. You get lots of choices and you are able to discern what the choices would more than likely do, and they also reference to other chapters, so you have to have a knowledge of Ring City, of the lore of this game, as well as some little things that people say every now and then. I also forgot to mention about the wizard to... what is the name? Fuck. What is the name? Yeah, the vampire. I forgot to mention about the wizard, her master, to Iranova, but whatever. Let's see. Well, there is. The floor slants down. You press deeper into the bowels of the temple. I mean, if the floor slants down, there's probably blood on it. Probably slide down if you keep this up. Jumping in the shadows and stopping dead when you hear the smallest noise, with your mind playing tricks on you. But you become convinced that you are being followed by unseen figures in the dark. An icy finger traces your spine. You shiver. The drone of many voices chanting in unison meet you. Oh wait, this is the dark. This is the dark abyss. This is the one place in like the demon sleep realm. When a vampire sleeps, they enter this place where all the demons berate them for all night, so they can't sleep properly. But how are we accessing it physically? I don't think it's a physical manifestation. I see what's happening. So she said that you are going to save a person that you have just recently known, and I was given the option to ask her how to turn her into a human. I know what this is. She didn't say that it was Kriya, because she know if we said that to save her, to save Irenova. We came even in here unknowingly thinking it was to save Kriya. We came in here to save Irenova. We're probably going to find the name of the demon that's riding her to get the demon out of her, so she will be saved and become human again. That's what this is. Yeah, she kind of tricked us into this, and we are still thinking that's Kriya. Why is my character so naive sometimes? I'm amazed. But regardless, we are here now. The drones of many voices chanting in unison meet your ear. They are speaking in erudite tongue. The grunting sound causes your belly to knot in dread. A low-ceilinged passage of rough-hewn stone lit by more blue candles. Why blue candles? What are these soul fucking candles from soul torches from Minecraft? Blue candles deposit you in a labyrinth vault of metal catwalks crisscrossing over foul-smelling waterways. Robed figures move along the catwalks, their faces hidden by a deep cowl. At the center of the maze is a massive stone altar with a carven image of a hideous sea beast. Oh shit, it's Cthulhu's temple. I mean, if Jesus is a thing in this world, I'm guessing Cthulhu is as well. Labyrinth vault of metal catwalks crisscross over foul-smelling waterways. Robed figures move along the catways. The faces... Yeah, I already read all this. What the fuck, why am I reading it again? Sea beast with creeping tentacles rising. Chained at the foot of the altar is Bone Brow. Holy shit, the missing captain of the guard? He's stripped to the waist. Both eyes are swollen nearly shut. His nose is mashed flat. Dried blood is caked on his lips and chin. He's surrounded by 6 female priestesses. Now, because of what is that game called? Outlast? No. I fucking forgot. There was a game I was playing recently on the channel. I forgot the name of it. In that game as well, we know that women, you're not to fuck with women cultists. Women cultists kill you fast. Much faster than male cultists would, apparently. They're naked but for simple loincloths tied around their waist. The white flesh is marked by arcane runes. Maybe something Kriya would understand, but you suspect this might even be strange to her. The priestesses are raising their hands to the dark gods in fevered exaltation, and their bodies tremble with the passion of their utterance. I'm guessing this chapter is about to end. It was fucking long. Holy shit. I think I've been doing this for over an hour and a half. You bare your teeth in frustration. Egra was right. The vampire tricked you. She never said it was Kriya who was held captive in the Temple of Thog. Only that somebody important to you was being held. And why should the vampire think Bone Brow was important? He owed you reward. Owed you the reward, but you can always get more coin. Getting back out of this nightmarish temple with your skin intact would be difficult enough. I think she just wants us to get the book or whatever to get her demon out. The priestess finished their chanting. One of them lifts the ceremonial dagger from the base of the altars. Your heart tries to call up through your throat. Bonebrow strains against the chain, holding his battle-scarred wrist. Before you react, the princess slash Bonebrow's chest. It's a shallow wound, but blood spills from the cut. A priestess kneels before Bonebrow, while the other 5 symbols use his fresh blood to draw symbols on his skin. They are capturing they're calling a demon. They're actually calling a rider, and this is I've seen this process before as far as I can remember. They're going to mark him like they did with the general in the last one, and they're going to trap, and I mean not exactly trap, call a demon from the demon abyss, and he's going to ride this body and obviously soul crush the captain, so captain will be gone, and the demon will have a way into this world. And these ridden humans are very strong, so it will be a difficult fight if we get into fight. Fucking hell, I only have 5 health. I might have to boost that. Priestess kneel, yeah, you already read all that. You watch transfixed as they begin the chanting anew. The kneeling priestess begins to shake and contour. An anguished scream rips from her throat. Her body bulges and heaves. Her limbs grow. Her face stretches in agony, even as the features change. One of the roaming acolytes passes the doorway where you are hidden. You pull back into the shadows until the cloak figure is gone. In the center, you are now 2 bone brows, one chained and sitting as before, the other standing over him. The chained bone brow mutters, "You'll never get away with this." The impostor strikes him hard across the face. "Silence, worm. Soon you shall be dead, and your pathetic kingdom will be in ruins. From the ashes of humanity, a new order will rise, with Thog, the unmerciful, to lead us, and we, his faithful, will bathe in the blood of men." The other priestesses give a triumphant cry. So this is new. I thought they were going to trap it into his body, but apparently not. This is definitely new. Some kind of transfiguration or something going on. The other priestess give a triumphant cry. You begin to see why Thog fell out of fashion a few ages ago. The fake bone brow leaves the chamber through another doorway. The remaining priestesses turn their attention on the chained bone brow. They nick him again with the ceremonial dragon. Use the fresh blood to again trace symbols on one another's body. The scene begins carnal and animalistic. They are torturing him slowly, using his blood in their macabre ritual. The water below begins to bubble and froth. You can't let them torture Bone Brow to death. You only know him from your brief encounter, but nobody deserves to die this way. Before you can come up with a plan to rescue him, you hear movement in the hallway behind you. Fucking hell, I think the vampire might be in here. I think Erenova might be coming in, but you know, that was the chapter. Let's see what we got. And this is the one. Holy shit, I actually went down. I thought I would get cunning rogue, but I actually did shit. I got rogue instead of cunning rogue, which I know I've throughout the entire rogue's choice and throughout the entire wizard's choice, I have never gotten anything low, like anything lower than rogue. I don't think. I think rogue is, I mean, the third option has been the lowest I've ever gone. I don't think I've ever gone below that. Never have gotten survival with nice teeth or better of trousers. I don't even know how you get that. How shit have you will have to be playing, and a shit ton of luck you will have to use to get that. But regardless, that was a chapter. Now let's restart the chapter and start again and see what else we could have done to get the fearless, cunning, and lovable rogue.